This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves.
And I say no. They say what you doing, trying to do somebody cold. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscle. A brand new dance. It's called a Cupid shuffle. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. We gon' show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Come on, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Let me see you do it. Down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Now walk it by yourself. Now you see what I'm talking about. I represent for the dirty South, where we're known for swinging now. I just wanna show you what I'm talking about. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Let me see you do it. Come on, shuffle, the Cupid, Cupid shuffle, the Cupid shuffle, the Cupid, Cupid shuffle. Do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. To the right, to right, to right, to right, to right, to left, to left, to left, to left, to left. Now kick, now come on, baby, kick. Now walk it by yourself, walk it by yourself. To the right, to the right, to the right, to right, to right, to left. To the left, to the left, to left, to left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick, now walk it by yourself. Walk it by yourself and do the Cupid shuffle. Now let me see you do the Cupid shuffle. Now let me see you do the. It's your boy Cupid, C-U-P, the I-D. Mr. Bet on the track, got another. Here we go. Hey, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Come on, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Let me see. Do your dance, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. We got a brand new dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. We got a brand new sound. We got a brand new feel. Down, do your dance, do your dance. We got a brand new sound.
It's a new generation.
Mr. Worldwide.
Of party people.
Get on the floor.
Let me introduce you to my party people in the club.
I don't play no games, so don't get it confused, no. Cause you will lose, yeah. Now pump it up and back it up like a Tonka truck. Dale.
If you go hard, you gotta get on the floor. If you're a party freak, then step on the floor. If you're an animal, then tear up the floor. Break the sweat on the floor, yeah, we work on the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Pick your body up and drop it on the floor. Let the rhythm change your world on the floor. You know we're running shit tonight on the floor.
Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor. Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor.
Thank you, everybody. Woo, it's good to see you guys. You know, I have to say, it is amazing to see you. I usually see you throughout the week. You guys look nothing like you looked before. You guys are beautiful, amazing. You clean up well, very good. My name is Jasmine Rains. I am the Education Coordinator of Student Affairs here at Ames College Prep High School. Today is the 2021 graduation ceremony for the graduating class. I would like to introduce the welcome that we've put together here at Ames. We have a very multicultural school, very diverse, and you will be able to see exactly how diverse through this welcome.
Parents and guardians, teachers, staff, administrators, board members, graduating class, friends, and guests. My name is Esmeralda Ayala, and I would like to welcome you to the 2021 Ames High School graduation ceremony. At this time, we would like to ask you to silence all electronic devices and adhere to all safety protocols for the duration of today's ceremony. Thank you.
اسمي عبد المنعم محمد. أود أن أرحب بكم في حفلة تخريج المدرسة الثانوية إيمز 2021. في هذا الوقت نود أن نطلب منك إسكات جميع الأجهزة الإلكترونية والالتزام بجميع بروتوكولات الأمان طوال مدة حفلة اليوم. شكرا لكم.
မင်္ဂလာပါသမီးနာမည်အစီရာမီဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီတနေ့2021 Ames High School ဘွဲယူတဲ့ပွဲကိုမိဘတွေမိသားစုတွေဆရာဆရာမတွေဒီတနေ့ဘွဲယူမဲ့ကျောင်းသားတွေတငယ်ချင်းတွေအဲ့တဲ့တွေလာတဲ့အတွက်ကြိုဆိုပါတယ်အခုဘွဲယူမဲ့အချိန်အတွင်းမှာဖုန်းတွေကိုအကလို့အတန်ပေးဘူးလို့ပြောချင်ပါတယ်ကျေးဇူးအများကြီးတင်ပါတယ်
各位家長、監護人、先生、工作人員、董事會成員、畢業班朋友同學，我係 Shirley Chan， 我哋歡迎你嚟參加2021年 American Indian 高中畢業典禮。喺呢個時候，麻煩所有電子物件校靜音同埋跟蹤我哋嘅安全措施。多謝。
Bonjour, je m'appelle Cody Sorne et bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise de diplôme Ames 2021. À ce moment, nous aimerons vous demander d'éteindre tous les appareils électroniques, de respecter tous les protocoles de sécurité de la cérémonie. Merci.
致各位家长、监护人、老师、职员、管理人员、董事会成员、应届毕业生和来宾们，我的名字是罗云云，欢迎大家参加2021年 Ames 高中毕业典礼。现在，请你们关闭所有电子设备，并在今天的仪式期间遵守所有安全协议。谢谢。
Сайн байна уу? Миний нэрийг Мишель Бачарал гэдэг. Тэгээд өнөөдрийн Ames ахлах сургуулийн төгсөлтийн байрт хүрж ирсэнд баярлалаа. Өнөөдрийн ёсолтын ажиллагаанаар бүх электрон төхөөрөмжүүдийн дуу каж, аюулгүй байдлын бүх протоколыг дагаж мөрдөхийг хүсэж байна. Баярлалаа.
सत्कारयोग माता पिता अध्यापक साहिबा दफ्तर कर्मचारी कमेटी प्रधान ग्रेजुएटिंग क्लास मैमा साहिबा मैं परनीत विर्क आप सब ਨੂੰ Ames High School graduation 2021 समारोह ਵਿੱਚ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਆਖਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਫੋਨ ਅਤੇ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨਿਕ ਡਿਵਾਈਸਿਸ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਲਵੋ ਮਿਹਰਬਾਨੀ
Hola los padres y tutores, personal, administradores, amigos invitados. Mi nombre es Alberto y me gustaría darles la bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación de Ames High School 2021. En este momento les pido que silencien sus electrónicos y sigan los protocolos de seguridad durante la ceremonia. Gracias.
Hamjambo wazazi, walimu, waku wa shule, marafiki na darasa la kuhitimu. Jina langu ni Christopher Wally na ningetaka kuwakaribisha kwenye sherehe ya kuhitimu ya Ames 2021. Ningependa kuwauliza tafadhali mzime simu zenu na kutii sheria za usalama kwa wakati huu.
سلام كبرات ولدن أبدمات كم أول ممارن أنت مرات شمي سلنا نقاش بها ناب زنبل كلتش من إسران حدا كلا يدور جابت متي أمريكان إنديان ممراتا وقع بدحان متأخم قبلكم فتو
بمقتل موبايلكم وإذا كان عن device تلكم كونوا تتحدوا بتحدوا يا أنا
Xin chào tất cả bạn bè, gia đình và nhân viên trong trường học. Tên em là Jack Lee và em muốn chào mừng tất cả mọi người đến với 2021 AIMS trường học lễ tốt nghiệp. Bắt đầu giờ này, mình muốn xin tất cả mọi người tắt điện thoại và đi theo quy tắc của trường học. Thành thật, cảm ơn Diệp.
Salam alaikum. maa ngi tudd Codé Sokhna. maa ngi leen di remercier pour ngeen ñëw ci graduation 2021 de American Indian High School. ci moment bi wàññi leen seen volume ngir yàlla. Assalaamu alaikum.
Definitely want to thank all 12, 13 of our AIM students for giving that multicultural welcome. My name is Maurice Williams. I'm the head of school at Ames College Prep High School. Closing out my 8th year here at Ames, entering in my 9th year. And today, to set the occasion, we're actually celebrating the largest graduating class in Ames High School history with 95 graduates. Last year was, 75, 76. Previous year, prior to that, about 69 or 60. So next year, we'll be celebrating our even larger class, about 130. But today, it is for the class of 2021. And this particular class is a very special one, near and dear to all of us. So before I can even get to my remarks, just by a show of hands, how many of you have only been at Ames since you were in high school? Just raise your hands. Okay, how many of you have been at Ames since you're in middle school? Raise your hands. All right, now put your hands down. How many since elementary? So we got a couple who've been at Ames for a good portion of their time, and including myself. I actually started at Ames back in 2013 as an elementary teacher, teaching 5th grade to many of the people here in front of you today. And throughout those years leading up to high school, this class has experienced a great deal of firsts. For many of you that may not be familiar with Ames, or at least the model itself or the history of the school, during 2013, the school was in a great transition. It had moved on from its previous leader, and many of the individuals who were there running the organization were, in one hand, trying to maintain some of the old practices, which were definitely working given all of the academic prowess that the school had experienced, while also bringing in a couple of new and fresh, innovative ideas in order to help expand our Ames model. And slowly but surely, we began to see a lot of new firsts. We developed a logo. You know, we had different variety of our uniforms. We added sports. We added a whole variety of things that this class was the first to even actually experience. Even this class was the one who actually experienced sports first, besides the high school, when you guys were in 8th grade. So we're fast forwarding to who we are right now. So this has been a moment that we've seen coming for a long time, but it's also been one personally for me that I've been dreading to reach. Because for many of you, I've carried you and have been with you since you were there in elementary and middle school. And it's been a blessing and honor to have been your teacher, your dean in middle school, head of school in the high school, and a whole plethora of things, and to have seen you gradually grow. And there are a couple of things that I can say particularly about this class that I can't say particularly for others. It doesn't mean that it isn't there. But one thing about this class, Ames community, that you should know is that this is not necessarily the most exciting class. It doesn't mean that they're not fun, they don't like to do things or go out and have a good time. But what I'm saying is that they are so well gelled and tight and just comfortable being who they are that they don't need music to have a good time. They can take a couple of sticks and some leaves and have a good time. Even last Saturday when we had our senior event, we had the DJ there, not much dancing was going on, but just the joy looking at their faces and just being around their friends and having a great time in doing so, that to me speaks marvels about the kind of family and community that we actually have here at this school. So you guys definitely should be commended for that on itself. Family means everything. It's one thing to have a bunch of classmates, and certainly if you have the luxury of going to a big high school, that might be the case. You might be a number, but not an actual person. But we have a small, tight-knit community and environment. Secondly, and you'll hear this from one of our teachers, Mr. Jarrett Davis, who's also been with many of you since you were in middle school, have also known that our teachers also intimately know you very, very well. We know you on a first name basis. We know your parents on a first name basis. For some of you, we even have your parents on speed dial, but we're not going to be here to throw shade at any of you. But whatever it takes for you to get to this point, we were willing to do. Make house calls, make house visits, keep you after school, bring you to Saturday school, take you to sporting events, to do whatever was necessary in order to get you to where you are today. And so, just to conclude my remarks, at Ames, we've taught you how to ride a bike. Now it is time for you to learn how to use the brake. If you don't know what that reference means, one can say, well, how can you teach me how to ride a bike if I don't know how to brake? Well, part of being an adult and going out in life is that you're going to crash into things. And you're going to make mistakes. And sometimes the maneuverability of life, the ebbs and flows, knowing how to balance a budget, determining whether or not you're going to pay for this bill or not, knowing how much time you're going to invest in one class or not. These are just life experiences. Knowing which friends to value, knowing what to believe, what to dismiss, being true to yourself, the constant pressure of our politics and reality today that seems to care more about what side of the aisle you're on, but not about the human person that's right in front of you. I reject that wholeheartedly. We are a diverse school of diverse interests, and all of you represent the best of what Ames have to offer. So I am extremely, extremely proud of all of you, and I am not the only one. Parents, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to pour and tap into your children. Thank you for trusting us for the times in which Ames actually at times might have seen a little bit on shaky ground. Thank you for believing in us and having faith in us that we would actually get it right. And it doesn't matter what the naysayer says, it doesn't matter what social media says, this is what's important. This is what matters. This is what the story headline should be about. 95 graduates, nearly 90% acceptances into the UC systems, but definitely heading towards 100% completion in A to G. That's what we're known for. Now it's time for you all to build up on your own legacies. We've done all that we can here at Ames. We're going to always be here to support you, love you, be there for you. Come back and visit. Shout out to all the alumni who are here today visiting and supporting, and many who actually have siblings here. There were a lot of middle school graduations here who are bringing their kids to high school next year, so we look forward to experiencing them. But again, if I could leave just one more word of just advice for you all, just to continue and to never be afraid to make mistakes. Sometimes it's in the mistakes that you actually learn and gain growth from. So I love you all, and this is your day. So let's just turn up, let's make some noise. Let's get some cars honking out here. Come on. Make some noise for the class of 2021.
All right, yeah. So next we will have our teacher speaker and Mr. Jarrett Davis, the music PE instructor.
Hello, hello. Wow. I've always I've been looking forward to and both dreading this day. I think it would be amiss if I didn't talk a little bit about kind of a melange of emotions that I think everyone feels during this time of year. I think at the end of the year, even if you're not graduating, I think it's a time of reflection. It's a time to think back on the rest of the year. It's also a time to look forward too. And I think a lot of us think of times like this as being kind of nostalgic. But I think that word connotes a little bit more melancholy, I guess, than I think that this situation merits. There's a Brazilian word, saudade. I think that that word more fully kind of encompasses the emotions that I'm definitely feeling, and I think a lot of you are. So it's a Portuguese word. I got this from Wikipedia. It says it's a deep emotional state of nostalgic or profound melancholic longing for someone or someone that knows that one cares for and or loves. Moreover, it often carries repressed knowledge that the object of longing might never be had again. It is the recollection of feelings, experiences, places, or events that once brought excitement, pleasure, and well-being, which now trigger the senses and make one experience the pain of separation from those joyous sensations. However, it acknowledges that to long for the past would detract from the excitement you feel towards the future. Saudade describes both happy and sad at the same time, which most closely translated in English, just the term bittersweet. I'm going to do my best not to crack up here. People often ask me, do you have children? And I say, well, yeah, I have like 150 to 200 at any given point in time. I don't really keep track of all of them necessarily, but I joke. My wife and I don't have children, but I like to think part of it's because I want to be able to give more of myself to all of you. And I think of you all as my own children. And I just want to say, first off, thank you so much to all of your parents for creating such wonderful humans that I know are going to bring a lot of light to the world. And I know that thank you for allowing us teachers to live vicariously through you. Unlike your parents, unfortunately, we can't take you home. And that's why I'm trying to hold back tears today. I know I'm going to miss a lot of you. I'm going to miss all of you a lot. First off, I just want to say thank you for inspiring me and all your teachers, mostly through all of your determination, your curiosity, creativity, your discipline, your intelligence, and your kindness. I think you inspire your teachers, everyone around you, to be the best versions of yourselves. I wear a lot of hats around here at this school. I've taught PE to many, if not most of you. I've taught many of you music as well. I've coached many of you in cross country for a short little period of time, track as well. I don't know if all of you know this, but I've been teaching for something like 25 years. I started teaching music when I was a sophomore or junior in high school, and I've taught professionally ever since. This teaching all of you is a big learning experience for me. This is my first job teaching in a classroom. I didn't have a classroom the whole time, but this is my first time teaching people in mass like this in the school system. And I just want to say thank you again to all of you for making this a great experience for me. I've learned a lot from all of you. It's really given me a great sense of pride to watch all of you grow and make mistakes and learn from them and continue to grow into such fine young people. I don't sugarcoat things. I just think there's a few things that are worth bringing up. The last year hasn't been the greatest. I don't think anyone's gonna say that. There's a quote that's been on my mind lately. It's T.S. Eliot. I promise I'll end on a more positive note. This is from T.S. Eliot's poem, The Hollow Men. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Now, I feel like this last school year hasn't really ended with a bang. I'm sure most of you wouldn't disagree with that. And I just want you all to know that I had high hopes for the last year that I would get to spend with all of you. And there were a lot of things that I planned to do, I hoped to do, that never came to fruition because we had a worldwide pandemic. Even right now, I can't see the bottom half of your faces. As much as that would make me happy, it's not really a possibility right now. But having said that, I know this year has not been ideal, but I just want to say that California is open now, and we have one of the highest percentages of vaccinations in the world, and there's a lot of hope looking forward. And I think that this is a moment to celebrate more than to lament anything. And I know that this is really exciting. I'm really excited for all of you. I think that things are going to get back to normal right about as you guys move on to this next phase in your lives. And I'm really excited for all of you. And I think that suffering through this last year and learning from it, I think you're going to embrace the freedoms that you have coming and going to college. I think you're all going to embrace those freedoms that much more after having lived through this last year. I just thought it'd be amiss if I didn't mention that. I have a couple more things to say. I just want to thank you all again for the countless memories that I've made with all of you. I want you all to know that I cherish you and I love all of you. I think when you lose someone special in your life, at first you feel this like acute void. And it comes out as like melancholy and sadness. But any one of you who's lost someone here probably understands that, feels that. But you'll realize that eventually, after reflecting on it, even if you don't get to see those people, pets, whoever, places again, they'll give you joy and they'll make you stronger and they'll make you better people. And I want to encourage all of you to keep in touch with me. I'm here for you. I'll always be here for all of you. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Know that whether or not we cross paths again, just having had the experiences with all of you makes me a better, stronger person. And I thank all of you for it. I just want to end with a quote from Maya Angelou. She says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way that they make you feel." And I just want all of you to keep crushing it and doing what you do, making people feel good, okay? Thank you so much.
So we're going to always remember how you guys make us feel. Mr. Davis and I, we're both co-teachers, and so we actually saw you guys a lot more than we can care to count. So what I want to do at this time is ask Coach Davis to join me in this presentation to the class of 2021. So last year we actually started a tradition. We made a group photo of all of the graduates because we couldn't do that. So we took a lot of time on Photoshop to make a composite and to create a big old giant, picture, and you'll receive that today. But the goal was that every year we would have the class that just graduated on the wall and then replace that with the upcoming class. And so it is my privilege to present this to you all And this is going to be hanging up in our office for one more year just to ensure that we're not going to forget you. So.
Very nice. Such a touching moment. All right, you got. It must be me. I'm so vibrant. All right, now it's time for our class speakers. Annie Chu, Samantha Lee, and Abdul Monim Mohammed.
You should mention who Annie's our SGA president.
Oh, okay. Annie is our SGA president. Samantha is the senior class president. And Abdul Monim is the speaker at large.
Okay. Thanks, Coach Davis. I'm a little emotional now. I was trying not to be. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming here today to witness one of the most beautiful moments of our lives, our high school graduation. You know, it felt as if it was just yesterday that I said in my 8th grade graduation speech, quote, "We now know that we only have 4 more years until we're off to college." Which is funny because now we know we only have 3 months until we're left to college. You know, I think I've given more than enough speeches to know how to give one, but this one was difficult. Truly, I am at a loss for words. I want you all right now to think of a time in your life where your experiences affected every aspect of your growth, where your experiences were so transitional and so pivotal, and try to express that into words. You just can't. And that's how I feel, but I'm going to try my best. I have been at Ames since my 6th grade, like a lot of you. And I remember that during my first week, I was assigned by my very special former teacher to give out detention slips to students, and I thought I'm never going to make any friends. Thanks, Mr. Williams.
You're welcome.
But little did I know I'd actually make more than just friends, and now I have a family at Ames. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from my time here is that our experiences are what we make it to be. So I want to remind all of you that you are powerful and you are capable. I don't say that lightly because I used to be very insecure and always felt that if I couldn't do something that I just shouldn't, but I couldn't be more wrong. I came to Ames during a very transitional time, and so did all of you graduates. We witnessed the first ever logo being made, the first ever pep rally, the first ever Ames basketball games, etc., etc. Again, we did this when all the odds were against us. Despite whatever challenges came our way, we still rebranded our school and made it into something that it is today. And I want to give credit to the students, our amazing teachers, staff, administration, and school leaders. The entire journey to bettering our community here has taught me that valuable lesson of being the change you wish to see. Another extremely valuable takeaway Ames has taught me is the gravity behind family. We have a saying here, we are a family at Ames. And it actually became kind of an inside joke when situations would arise and we would need to remind one another that we're family. So we would tell each other we're a family at Ames. And it's true, we are.
I made the most quality friendships here and met the most important people in my life, and so have all of you. Seniors, I'm really not going to miss any of you because a bunch of us have already made plans to see each other, and that is special. This graduation isn't a goodbye because family doesn't say goodbye to one another. It's an unconditional, everlasting bond. I have never seen, heard, or witnessed a school community as strong as ours. From the first day of school, our teachers and staff have made it very clear to us that they care. Because of the heart the school has shown me, I too have learned to have that same heart for others, to care for others, to love your neighbor, and to respect every person you come across is the fire that ignites a genuine heart, and a good heart attracts good things. I know we all want to forget about this ridiculous quarantine, but we can't, and so if anything, the idea of kindness and community should resonate with us now more than ever. We went through a lot during the pandemic, but we went through all of it together. And here we are today. I appreciate all of you, though I want to give a special thanks to my beautiful mother, my amazing father, for their hard work and unconditional support. I want to thank Mr. Williams for being the role model he has always been for me and many of you seniors. Thank you to Superintendent Ms. Woodskitties for being the coolest superintendent I could ask for. And last but not least, my friends, all of you, thank you for making my high school experience what it was. Seniors, you deserve all the great opportunities that come your way. You are doing everything right because no one else could do anything different if they were in your shoes. You are all extremely bright and talented. Remember to stick together and just be true to yourself. Anyways, we did it, and now on to the next. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ames faculty, families, and students. My name is Samantha, and I'm the senior class president. First of all, I would like to congratulate all my fellow seniors for this prominent achievement. After 4 long years, we did it. We are finally graduating high school. Like many of you guys, I started attending Ames since middle school, and at the time, there were countless rumors regarding the school's strict policies. If I dropped a pencil, detention. If I was a minute late to class, detention. If my hair tie was not black, white, or navy blue, detention. So evidently, I dreaded my first day of school. I remember how nervous and anxious I felt as I walked through the doors and stepped onto the tile floors for the first time. However, I was proved wrong as Mr. Williams greeted me into his classroom with welcoming hands and made me feel as if I had been a student for a while. As I had the chance to know him more in and out the classroom, I started to appreciate his and the school's rigorous coursework and expectations. Coming from a traditional public school, I never had a teacher who was meticulous about every single student, so I was surprised. Though he was stern, his motive was not to punish every student for every mistake they made, but rather push students to strive for the best. He would share his personal experiences and struggles with us and explain how he overcame them to motivate those who felt like they were going nowhere in life. He also stressed the importance of higher education and how far it would bring us. Although Mr. Williams' influence has shaped me into the student I am today, he is only one of the many positively impactful role models here at Ames. Because of our supportive community, I aspire to be that same influence for others as they were for us students. Fast forward to today. Here I am giving a speech at my high school graduation, something I would never imagine myself doing in a million years. Many know me as a reserved 5-foot girl who is always in her own bubble, so this says a lot about how far I've come and how much we push each other to explore beyond our comfort zones. Ames has taught their students to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and this is exactly how I feel at this exact moment. To my fellow seniors, we have all been through so much. Think about it. If we went through Ms. Bella's AP World History class, we can go through just about anything. It's very touching to know that most of us stuck together since middle school, some even as far back as elementary. Some just last year, but even then, the bond we have is special. We are not the typical high schoolers because we do not go to the typical high school, and because of that, I know we are all meant to do special things in life. No matter where we end up, the journey ahead of us is long and full of obstacles, so here are a few of my advice. Yes, work smarter, not harder, but don't always try to take shortcuts, because they won't always get you far in life. Facing challenges head on will only help you grow as a person and allow you to learn lifelong lessons, and always strive for excellence and be the best version of yourself. Regardless, all of our journeys are unique, so don't compare yourself to others and stay authentic. Thank you to my parents, friends, family, and everyone here at Ames for the unconditional love and support for the past 7 years. And most importantly, I want to thank you all for showing up today to witness this memorable event. Again, congratulations to the class of 2021. This is only the start of something bigger, and I look forward to seeing everyone's future achievements. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming today. So today we're here to celebrate the class of 2021 and our graduation. So I've been with this group of people for several years. Some of you I've known since the 6th grade, some of you I've known since the 9th grade. And in that time, I've gotten to know all of you, all right? And I've seen so much growth and potential over these past 4 years. And I'm sure that everyone here, when you leave, you're gonna find success. And some of you might change the world in a positive way. Being a part of this graduating class has definitely been fun, but it's been educational more than anything. Over the course of my high school career, I've grown so much, and I'm happy to say that I'll be leaving a better person. It's honestly been a pleasure with you all, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that's just been a part of my high school career and everything. And I wish you all nothing but the best. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Short and sweet, I like it. It's kind of hot out here. All right. Next we have Ames Scholarship recipients introduced by Matthew Gordon, our education coordinator.
All right, thank you. So at Ames, we have a few scholarships we give out every year. One is called the David Chu Creative Scholarship. David Chu may have been your middle school principal, actually. He's a longtime advocate of Ames. And we also have the Alice Spearman STEM Scholarship. Alice Spearman was a longtime advocate of Ames as well. And we also have the General Ames Scholarship. And so for this year, the STEM Scholarship Award winner, worth approximately $1,800, is Calvin Dong. So, I don't know if there's anything to come up. You want him to come up here? All right, come on up, Calvin. Calvin forces it. Yep. The Creative Scholarship, named after David Chu, has been awarded to Sophia Hong. And the General Ames Scholarship has been awarded to Fabian Tesfatsion. These students submitted an application that included a couple essays specifically geared towards their topic, and so I'll wait for Fabian. So good job, Fabian, Sophia, and Calvin. We appreciate you, and good luck next year. And I'm sure you'll get the check in the mail. I'm sure of it. I'm just kidding. You will get the check in the mail. It's a little joke. Congratulations.
Now something very near and dear. Now something very near and dear to us all, an appreciation of the Teacher of the Year for the Ames High School. Sharon Tom and Virginia Williamson, our interim academic deans, will be presenting.
Good afternoon. Along with congratulating the seniors upon their graduation, Ames would also like to acknowledge the staff for their hard work during this very challenging school year. This has been quite the journey, but our motto stands true. We are all Ames strong for having the commitment and stamina to meet this year with many successes.
Success this year has been an effort of the entire Ames family, students, parents, teachers, and staff. So please give yourselves applause and a pat on the back for all your hard work and for your commitment to education during this unforgettable year. Congratulations, we made it.
At this time, we would like to highlight one particular staff member as our Ames 2021 Teacher of the Year.
This person has been a role model for students and has taught them beyond course content. She has also taught her students how to be caring citizens and to strive to achieve their goals through hard work and study. She has fulfilled the Ames goal of always working for academic and social excellence.
This person has worked diligently on creating new and engaging weekly lesson plans and has delivered those lessons with a commitment to the success of the students and helping them to overcome any hurdles in learning.
This person has conducted ongoing communication with students and parents about learning progress and has collaborated with teaching staff to ensure that students could receive the necessary support for their learning.
Who can it be? This person has consistently submitted all the assignments to administration on time. Yes, even teachers have assignments and homework to turn into Mr. Williams and the administrative staff.
And this person has successfully completed her very first year of teaching here at Ames and is a shining example as an exemplar of the Ames educator. She has kept the faith by focusing and working toward her goals.
So we'll close with this testimonial just sent in this morning to this teacher by one of her students. And this exemplifies the impact that she's made with her students. Thank you so much for being such an awesome teacher. You're my favorite teacher. When I joined the class, I was really happy and you made me feel confident. I'm happy to be in your class because you're the best teacher ever. This year has been hard, but you helped me a lot to do my best work. I hope I can be your student next year. I'm really going to miss you, and I'm proud that I was your student. You helped me to improve everything. We worked so hard and had such fun. We had those special times, and just know that you will always have a special place within my heart. Thank you for all the extra effort that you made to help us grow. You're everything to us, like a mom, a teacher, and a friend. We'll always be grateful to you for your support. Thank you so much for everything, and God bless your family.
And now, please join us in congratulating our ELD teacher, Ms. Gonzalez, as Ames College Prep High School's 2021 Teacher of the Year.
That was, it has to be me. I'm just so electrifying and like so cool. I send off so much it feeds back every time I'm here. All right, next we have the Ames High School Student of the Year. So we got Teacher of the Year, and now we have Student of the Year. Student of the Year will be presented by Miss Chanel Clark, our Education Coordinator.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me? All right. Sorry I'm not on the stage. It hurt my knee. But I still love you guys. So, good afternoon, Ames families, special guest Claudine Wong, Superintendent Woods Cadiz, Ames teachers, staff, and last but not least, Ames families. Hey guys. And last but not least, the senior class of 2021. How y'all doing? Y'all holding up well in the seat? Yeah? Good. You guys are looking real good today. I've been at Ames. Can I take this off since I'm here? Okay. There we go. There we go. That's better. I've been at Ames for almost 7 years, and every year I get the opportunity to steward, guide, comfort, support, and sometimes I nag each of you. And to say that even still I am honored would be an understatement. I stand in awe of your commitment, your resilience, and tenacity to finish well. And each of you are students of the year because of what you've endured in your senior year, and because you're graduating from one of the most rigorous educational institutions in Chicago. I am proud of each of you. However, today, I will present the distinction of Ames High School 2021 Student of the Year to two very remarkable young women. Please join me in honoring 2021 class valedictorian, Perneet. Perneet, please come. Perneet, we have two Students of the Year. So Perneet is also our valedictorian, and she is Student of the Year, as well as our Student Government Association President, Annie Chu. Please join me in honking your horns, clapping your hands, and giving honor to these very remarkable women. Congratulations, girls. I appreciate you. Oh, we're gonna take a picture.
Go ahead. Okay. While they are taking pictures, there's a couple of things I want to make an announcement even about this award. This award is a misnomer. It's not necessarily the Student of the Year. It is the student over a 4-year period that exemplifies what it means to truly be an Ames student. Both of these individuals not only have high academic achievement and success academically, but they've been very, very involved in extracurricular activities. They've been mentors, role models, played sports, have gotten involved, community activism, engagement. And so not only are they Student of the Years, but their names will be affixed in perpetuity inside of our trophy case with their names as being Student of the Year. So congrats, young ladies, on this tremendous accomplishment.
Yay! So now we'll have the top two students performing in academics. They will be introduced by our head of academics, Julia Lee.
Good afternoon, everyone. 大家你好. Today I get the privilege of introducing our valedictorian and our salutatorian. First, I'm going to go with our #1 student academically for our school. This year's valedictorian is Ames' first valedictorian from the Eastern Asian community. She maintained a 4.0 GPA with a 5.0 weighted GPA throughout her high school career. She has been accepted to UCLA. She maintained her 4.0 GPA while taking multiple community college classes. She also worked with an initiative to create healthy grocery stores across Oakland. She's also involved with student government, varsity swimming, and varsity cross country at Ames. Please cheer with your horn, your hands, and everything that you've got for Perneet Virk.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bernice Virk, and I'm extremely honored to be named the valedictorian for the Ames class of 2021, as well as being one of the speakers for this very hot day. I want to start off by congratulating all of us for making it to this point of our lives. For years, we've worked intensely for this. Hours of endless nights studying, weeks of planning events for our school's community, seasons worth of morning sports practices. All your hard work has paid off. We've all made it. We all had our struggles with certain classes, but this year in particular, the hardship seemed unbearable. From daunting mountains of schoolwork, endlessly thrown our way, to balancing our social lives with all of our other responsibilities, and facing the life-altering pandemic that's changed the world. Yet together, arm in arm, we supported one another, gathered our strength, and made the final push to this one singular moment. And though each of us are onto bigger things, don't ever undermine this amazing achievement of graduating high school. After all that we've experienced, not just this year, but throughout our time at Ames, be proud of this accomplishment because we made it. There's some acknowledgements to be made to people that are in the audience today. To the families present here, thank you for your continued love, encouragement, and support. To the wonderful staff members and Mr. Williams, thank you for your continued efforts these last years in making big changes at Ames and for organizing the very graduation that we're attending today. To all of our teachers, past and present, thank you for helping us build character and strength, for picking us up when we fell, for believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. We always had you by our side, and for that, we're eternally grateful. And a special shout out to Mr. Gordon and Ms. Hart for leading our college planning class, guiding us through the overwhelming college admissions process, and dealing with our intense senioritis. And of course, to Andrea Yu, who's in the audience, who's been my best friend for almost a decade, so here's to a decade more of friendship. And as I close out my speech, I have to thank you all again for the wonderful years. The relationships cultivated within this graduating class are more than that of just a student body. I know it's corny to say, and you've heard it 5 times today, but we are a family at Ames. Many of us have known each other for over 7 years, almost half of our lives. And for this reason, it's so difficult to see us part ways. I hope that we'll keep in touch as we build our futures. And remember, take things at your own pace. Your path is your own to carve. Mistakes will happen, but remind yourself that you're going to be okay. In the words of Maya Angelou, you will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. Thank you.
Thank you, Praneet. That was very inspiring. So I also have the privilege to introduce our number 2 academic student. This student is, Calvin will graduate with Ames with a 4.0 GPA with a weighted GPA of 4.97. He'll be attending UC Berkeley in the fall. He was part of the first National Honor Society at Ames. He was part of the school's varsity cross-country and volleyball team. Calvin was the web design intern at our school and created and worked on websites both for our school and for nonprofit in Oakland. So please give it up for Calvin Dong.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Calvin Dong, and I'm honored to be standing here today as class of 2021's salutatorian. Like those who came before me, I'd like to cordially welcome and thank everyone who came to celebrate with us on this momentous occasion, whether that be in person or those watching live at home. I want to extend my gratitude to the teachers, counselors, staff, and parents, whose continued support made our 4 years of high school an unforgettable chapters in our lives. And I would like to give a personal thanks to my family, my parents and siblings, who have made countless sacrifices and whose continued support has never gone unnoticed. Thank you. And of course, I would like to congratulate the class of 2021 for their diligence and perseverance through another year of high school. Can we get a round of applause? I believe it would only be appropriate if I begin my speech by taking some time to reflect on our past years together. And for many of us, it extends to more than just high school, but elementary and middle school. Like it was mentioned a million times, we are a family at Ames Schools. I had repeated that very line for 7 years. For those of you who don't know, that was the opening line to our Ames credo. At first, like many of us, I thought it was just mindless protocol, along with our uniforms and stringent rules. But now that I'm standing here today, I can say without hesitation that we are truly a family at Ames Schools, and I'm sure many of you can now agree. As I look around me, I not only see classmates, but family. Family who have supported me through years of schooling. Family who have cheered me on during my cross-country races. Family who believed in me when I ran for student government. And now, the family who I will be graduating alongside with. But like the years before us, there are things that make our class unique. And no, it's not the quarantine. While families always preach, I always associate our class as the first class. The first class with a National Honor Society. And as I look back, I vividly remember the inauguration ceremony as candles were lit to celebrate our achievements. The first sports team, where our inaugural season proved us to be worthy opponents, that were not just scholars, that were athletes who can compete on and off the court. We were the class of many firsts, and I'm glad that I was fortunate enough and honored to be a part of these change, and I'm excited to see the changes that take place after our leave. As we transition to college, new opportunities and new people will cross our paths. While our time at Ames may be over, I'm glad to know that I was part of this school, a school that showed me the importance of community and relationships. And so, I'd like to close my speech by saying, while other high schools may remember students by name, or mere faces as they come across each other in the hallways, we are different. I'm proud to say, we are a family at Ames Schools. Congratulations, class of 2021, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Very quickly, before superintendent comes up, can you please get out of the AV booth? All of you that are not working, please get out of the AV booth. Thank you.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to introduce to you this evening's speaker, Ms. Claudine Wong. Ms. Wong has spoken to our graduates for a second time. She is a great supporter of our school. She has more than 25 years of experience in journalism and is currently working as a news anchor and reporter. So she has been in many of your homes without her knowing it. She is the first Asian American anchor at KTVU, where she has covered such trials as the Johannes Meserly Scott Peterson trial and celebratory things like the Warriors and Giants Parade. She is also the host of the podcast Bay Area People, and you can see her on the morning newscast. Claudine is a graduate from UCLA and earned her BA in communications with an emphasis in mass communications. I know she has some wonderful words for our students, and I would like to welcome her to the podium to speak.
All right.
Thank you guys so much. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to this class of 2021. Really remarkable. I know it's hot. I know the sun is beaten down, but what a remarkable road that you have been on to get here. And I hope when you look back on this day, you will remember the heat and you will remember the masks. But I look around And I feel like you are surrounded on three sides by the family and friends who have loved you, on this side by the staff who tears up and treats you and believes you are part of their family as well. That's remarkable. Not everyone has that. Not everyone gets that on their graduation day, and I hope you remember that intense love that I can feel as a visitor to your amazing school, and I hope that stays with you for the rest of your life because it's remarkable. Now, when we talk about this remarkable road you've been on, it's a journey. I can gather from everything I've heard from you guys, it's a journey of detention and hair bands and Mr. Williams, and it is a journey that has had so many great moments, so many firsts that you have been accomplishing. It is impossible, though, to ignore this last mile that you have been on to get here, and this world that has changed right before your eyes as you were just trying to finish up high school, right? I have spent my career, I was born in Oakland, raised here in the Bay Area. I've been back for a while now, but I've spent my career telling other people's stories. And this last year, I have told stories like I have never told before, never imagined I would. Even with this long career of telling, I thought I had told every single story in some regard. But what a difference a year makes to the stories I told last year to that graduating class, to the stories that you are telling now and the hope that you have on the road ahead, the way your summer looks, the way college can start, the way the next chapter can start for so many of you. This is not what you imagined, but it gets better from here, and what you have done to this point is amazing. You know, they say every year in high school leaves its mark. I imagine if you imagine yourself and just look at a picture of freshman year versus what you looked like last year versus looking in the mirror today as you were putting on your cap and gown. You guys had, in these final months, a year that we will all remember, a year that would bring us together and tear us apart. It would be a year that we would shelter in our homes and also march in the streets, a year that would challenge our beliefs and inspire us to challenge the norm. A year where we have faced racism and we have faced hate, but we have seen activism and we have seen allies. It is a year that has sparked great discussions about politics, about science, and social justice. It would be easy, and I hear this from people, and how do you not feel defeated after everything people have had to endure? From the distance learning to the digital divide, from the loneliness, the separation, the fear not just for ourselves, but for those we love, the closures of stores and businesses, the economic hardship, and the loss. And all of that was going, you guys were applying for colleges and taking AP tests. It was not easy. The list is long, and as I sit here, you guys are teenagers. You deserve to just enjoy that last part of your ride. And I'm sorry that it was so hard. But when I tell the stories of your class and your generation, they are stories of hope. They are stories of resilience, of strength, and compassion. And if I'm honest, why I feel so much hope as I stand before you today is because of you, because of the community, because of the family, because of your generation and how clearly that you see the future and what you want to do to change that future and inspire change. You have been taught so much over the last 4 years, skills and an education that will carry you far. Through college and whatever your next steps are, you will grow because of what you've learned here. But I believe that the world will be better because of what you have to teach us. You have a deep understanding of what you have been given because of what you have faced and what you were forced to grow up even earlier than you should have had to. Those lessons, while hard, are important, and they have granted you wisdom. Now, when I graduated from high school, let's just talk about racism. I thought it was a part of life. I did not have a class that looked like yours, full of diversity. I did not have teachers that looked like yours, full of diversity. I did not look out and see people who looked like me. And I thought it was just going to be a part of life. I thought I couldn't change it. I just needed to figure out how to accept it. When I was in college, I wondered if there would ever be a place where I would feel 100% accepted, or if I would ever feel like I belonged anywhere. I accepted less than that in my first workplaces, in my social life, in society. And it took years for me to get my feet underneath me, to understand that the strength of who I am comes not in spite of my identity, but because of it. As a journalist, I tell other people's stories. It took me a long time to find the courage to tell my own. I often tell people when I'm describing racism to people who don't experience racism, I said, well, if there's 100 people in a room and 99 people don't feel the racism, but one person does, that one person will track me down and find me and will say something to me. Well, for a long time, I focused on that one person or people. I focused on the group of boys who chased me down in middle school screaming racial slurs at me. I focused on the coworker who told me that if I had biracial children with someone who was white, I would taint their blood with mine. I focused on the people who made me feel small and less than. I paid too much attention to the people who made me feel like I'd never belong. It took me a long time to stop doing that. You guys are ahead of me in that. And maybe in the last year when I faced even more hate and racism, I told these stories that I couldn't believe we were still telling. I have learned something different. I have learned to face and focus on the 99 people in the room who want to be allies, who want to see me. I don't ignore the bad, but I try to focus on the good. And while I see the hate, I choose to also see and appreciate the love. My hope for you is that while we cannot ignore the challenges of what high school has been for you or what the world is as you sit here today, I hope you can appreciate how much good, how much support, how much your achievements outweigh your challenges, and how rising to your challenges should be a deep source of pride for you. I hope that you have great pride today, not in spite of what you have overcome, but because you have overcome, because you are our voices that will lead our next conversations. There are things that we learn in class that are so important: English, history, science, math, critical thinking. But there are things that teach us in life what our next steps will be. How we respond defines those next steps. I have thought a lot about what my generation, and specifically what I have done to make those next steps easier for you. There are times when I look around and think, it took me too long, I have not done enough. And the reason that you are struggling is because I have not done enough. And I felt like I failed. There were times in this last year where I felt I had failed. With all the division and the struggle and the pain, it feels like we should do more, and we should. But I've also come to understand that as a society, as a country, as a world, we are on a path. And I believe it's all our jobs to help build that path forward. What I've learned is that my job and your job is not to get to the end of the path. This is not about a finish line, but we put pebbles on the path to make those next steps easier. I used to think of it as a relay race, right? I would go, then you would go, then your kids would go, but now I realize we're all on that path together. This is a family. We overlap, we carry each other in difficult times. There will be a time when I stop and you continue, but my hope is we all together continue to always move forward. When people talk about what should we say at a graduation, especially a high school graduation, we talk a lot about how you are now prepared for the challenges you will face in the road ahead. Well, class of 2021, here's the thing. That road came early for you guys, and you have already shown that you are prepared. You have fought hard here at Ames for this next step. At Ames, you are part of closing an achievement gap. You have helped make your school one of the top performing schools in the Bay Area. You are ready to walk the path with college and so many other opportunities in your horizon. You have limitless possibilities. You were told from the beginning that your future begins with Ames. I believe our future begins with you. And it gives me so much hope for bright days ahead. Congratulations, class of 2021. You have earned this moment in the hot, hot sun. Enjoy every second of it.
And now, my darlings, it has come to the point where I get to confer your diplomas. But before I do that, I want to take a moment. This is my last moment to give you some advice. And I've had the pleasure since 2014 to talk with you, to give you advice, to listen to you. And so this is my last gift to you. There are a few colloquialisms in this world that I want you to hold on to. The first one, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Always listen before you speak. The strongest tree grows in the harshest soil. When you find yourself in situations that are coming against you, stand to what you know is true and right and grow. The last one, when you see a cake, all you see is the pretty icing. But remember, a cake is not a cake without many ingredients. So when you feel like you've done a great job and you're shining or someone else is shining and you feel like you've contributed or done a part of it, remember, that's just the icing. It takes a lot of ingredients to have a good cake. If you remember those 3 things, you will do well in life. And now, stand up. All graduates, please rise. Today marks the day that you are no longer a high school student. Your K-12 education has ended, and you are on to greater heights. You are now an adult. Your life is your own. Your choices that you make are yours. Please take your tassel, turn it to the right side, or to the other side, the left side. Yes, I know my left and right. Last lesson, always have grace when people make mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, aunts and uncles, special adults, everyone that has contributed to the life of these wonderful people, I present to you Ames College Prep High School's class of 2021. Not the survivors, but the thrivers.
So I'm going to call the graduates by name to come up and receive their diplomas. Parents, I apologize in advance. I will try to overcome my white accent as best as I can. Aldrin Abalon. Oneda Hassan Badr Al-Iwag. Al-Iwa. Nawaf Al-Sharabi. Amaha. Esmeralda Ayala. Eddie Barcenas. Michelle Batjargle. Estrella Belch. Andy Chen. Dongzi Chen. Shirley Chen. Annie Chu. Justin Chu, Honor Roll, UC Santa Cruz. Calvin Dong, salutatorian. Mihad El Sheikh. Sarah Armani Hammonds, Benedict Jackie Eric Davis. Sophia Huey Wan Win. Hui Yang UC Santa Barbara. Jack Lee, Deansley. Brandon Lay. Davis. Jason Lay. UC Santa Barbara. Ian, UC Santa Cruz. Samantha Lee, Dean's List, UCLA. Simon Lee. CN. Cruz. Alex Leanne. Ben Leanne. Andy Liang. Billy Lynn. Jackie Lindsay Irvine. Yun List, UCLA. Yufei Ma. Mateus Abdel Amga Sasha SF State. Alexander UC Santa Cruz. Soliana Nagash, honorable mention. Jen Nguyen, Dean's List, UC Berkeley. Leslie Ordonez. Hamida Oda, Dean's List, UCLA. Kiko Pan, Dean. Alvin Peng, honorable mention, UC Riverside. Let Phi, honor roll, San Diego. Merced. Alberto Ramirez, honor roll. Loya Reyes, UC Merced. Ashley Rojas Cervantes. Mia Luna. Sa Jidabe. Ethan Say. Dylan. Sinai. Jahweh Su. Elizabeth. Abigail Tesfa Michael, honor roll, accepted at UC Merced. Samuel Tesfa Michael. David Tesfa. Iris Toomey. Felix. Cal Poly Slow. Franklin San Jose State University. Justin Dean's List, UCLA. Kimberly UC Davis. Alvina T. Riverside. Toady UC Santa Barbara. Vigo Mullen. Cal State East Bay. Valedictorian, UCLA acceptance. Honor Roll, Howard University. Winnie Alameda. Shang Wu, UC Davis acceptance. Kyle Wu. Sunny Wu. Al Polly Slow. Kevin Shiazu, Honor Roll, UC Santa. UC Merced acceptance. Samuel Noah, UC Santa Cruz. Caitlin Yip, UC Riverside. And Dexter, UC Berkeley. Oscar Zhang, Deansley, Diego. Julian Zhu, honorable mention, acceptance. Youngin, honor roll, UC Davis. Ricky, so sorry, Ricky. So sorry. Put your down. All right, I'm the closer. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Come on, you can do better than that. I want the people in the now leasing apartment across the street to hear you and to file a noise complaint because we're too loud up over here. Make some noise for the Ames College Prep High School class of 2021. 95 Ames strong. All right. We're almost, give us about 2-3 more minutes for some housekeeping things. This is a great time for a special thanks, rather. First and foremost, I want to give a special thanks to Ms. Claudine Wong for being our gracious speaker from KTVU. Poured out some great knowledge and wisdom for all of you on how to overcome, but also to proceed in future in your life. Also, there are a lot of individuals in the back. I want to thank Alan Cash, who's doing our video right now. This is being live streamed all over the world. We even have a graduate right now, Christopher Wiley, who could not be here today because he's actually in Kenya. So let's make a big noise for Chris Wiley, who couldn't be here, you guys. Congrats, Chris. We miss you, man. Special thanks to our AIMS staff, Nurse Santos for helping out around the clock, helping us get this thing going on. Superintendent Woods Cadiz, our teachers, our families, our parents, our friends, everyone, thank you continuously. Ms. Chu, our communications and marketing person. Yeah, she's shy right there. Let's go ahead and embarrass her. If you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, social media, she does most of the posting. But lastly, I will just step back and let our superintendent close us out with a few remarks.
All right. Well, all good things do come to an end, but all endings are a great beginning. So the great thing that came to an end was a time that we got to spend ongoing with each other. The great thing that's a beginning is the new relationships that we will build, keeping our old ones with each other, bringing new friends in. Please do stay connected with us. Let us know what you're up to. How's it going in college? Beyond college, you're going to grow up, get married, have children. Let us know what's going on with you. Because all endings mean that there's a great beginning right around the corner. Thank you for letting me have the privilege of being your superintendent. And stand up, turn around, look at your parents, look at your special adults. Tell them thank you, because what they invested in your life is what got you here. Tell them thank you. And last but not least, many of you had Mr. Williams since 5th grade. And as you know, all of us as staff members have given 150%. Mr. Williams as well. But he's done it for more years than any of us. He's been there on the weekends for you, in the evenings, working double and triple time. Tell Mr. Williams thank you. All right. And now...
Hold on. Don't close it yet.
Don't close it yet?
Yeah.
All right. And now, Mr. Williams.
Yeah. It's the last line you did. All right, you guys, so last tradition, what we do before we graduate, or get up out of here, rather. All of you should have your programs right in front of you. We haven't done this. Many of you haven't done this in a long time, but it is our AIM School's credo. This will be the last time you say it, so indulge us. Also, too, after you leave, you guys please go by the Grand Lake Movie Theater. They do have a congratulatory sign for AIMS. Go ahead, take a picture. That's really dope, all right? AIM School's credo, all right. Repeat after me. The family. We are a family at AIMS K-12. The goal. We are always working for academic and social excellence. The faith. We will prosper by focusing and working towards our goals. The journey. We will go forward. Continue working. And remember, we will always be part of the AIMS K-12 family. Let's celebrate.
Congratulations.
This is your celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now.
Celebration.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
Celebration.
We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure?
Everyone around the world, come on.
It's a celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
It's a celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Baby, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.
Celebrate good times, come on. Celebrate good times, come on.
It's a celebration.